Hello and welcome. In this match I'm in the Tier 5 US cruiser, the Omaha. This match is on the map North and the enemy team is going to have a really bad time because half of them are destroyers. And I am in an Omaha, which means they are easy prey. I start out by going towards the middle and I immediately spot a Minakaze trying to sneak through the middle as well. So let's deal with him. This is kind of what I was hoping for, actually. I just wish he wouldn't stop. I wish he would stop disappearing all the time. Sadly, I was on AP, so the first volley won't do much, but it's a destroyer, so it doesn't matter. I am trying to keep a more defensive posture in this match because I don't want to rush through and die like that friendly cruiser, because those battleships in the back on the enemy team are still pretty scary. So right now I would like for some of the destroyers to appear again so I can fire at them for delicious experience. And that Minakaze did. He did fire torpedoes in this direction too though, which is a bit unfortunate. Sadly he died too, which is even more unfortunate. I was hoping for lots of damage. I think finishing off that Mutsuki to the left side would be a good idea, but he's so far that I will probably just miss. Going for this Hatsuharu or Mutsuki might be a better choice, but I picked the Hatsuharu because he is higher tiered, so he just gives more experience. I mean, he's tier 7, I am tier 5. That Colorado shot, or maybe an Atlanta, I am not sure, was a bit annoying. This Mutsuki will show himself in a moment. Die now, please.
Enemy heavily damaged.
That's half his HP almost. Actually more like 40%, but you know, it's almost the same thing. Sadly, the Hatsuharu seemed to run away. I need to keep in mind that if I get too close, I will be eaten by that Atlanta. And an Atlanta is actually something that is pretty scary, because I don't really have much that can fight an Atlanta. I don't think my AP can penetrate an Atlanta well, so it would be nice if somebody else dealt with him instead. Playing these tier 5 cruisers, especially these light cruisers, is quite interesting because you are incredibly mobile, so it is far more important to actually evade shots than to land shots. Whereas in a battleship it's quite the opposite. It's all about landing the shots and almost never about evading. On the other hand, on a heavy cruiser, evading is pretty difficult, or more difficult than in a light cruiser. So it kind of stops at tier 5, which is a bit unfortunate. I think I would love playing light cruisers later on, whereas I don't really like playing heavy cruisers as much. But who knows, it might change once I get Cleveland. Those torpedoes coming in might be a bit problematic, so I turn away just in case. I mean, I am a bit used to being more cautious against torpedoes because they might magically be incredibly dangerous. This Minakaze is pretty ballsy. I don't really mind that because he seemed to pay attention to where we were going, and since it's a higher tier match, chances are that we are going to pay attention to the torpedoes as well, so we won't just run into them like happens at lower tiers all the time. I'm actually a bit surprised that this match has gone pretty evenly so far, and I haven't noticed much combat to this point. I will try to go towards the Colorado to engage him, as it's better than to fight Atlanta. Also, on the minimap, it turns out that there's a destroyer in the middle, but since I can fire over this mountain against the Colorado, that's good enough for me. Especially since I'm doing quite a bit of damage, at least for a light cruiser against a tier 7 battleship. But he will come out from behind the island in a moment, so have to keep avoiding. And the Hatsuharu is back. Please catch my shells. I would like you to take some damage. But since the Hatsuharu is leaving my range and this Colorado is close by, I have to pay attention to this one so I don't just get killed. Fires are really annoying. In a battleship, that is. Well, they are annoying in any ship class you play, but battleships are the most affected by them. Movement has to be kept irregular, so people are less likely to hit me. I like these 2,000 and 3,000 volleys against a tier 7 battleship in a light cruiser. Well, it appears that there's at least one destroyer straight ahead of me, so I would have to pay attention. I tried to slow down here because I want to be on the other side of the island in front of me from the Aoba, since I think that the Aoba will be able to kill me in a one-on-one, since I don't think my AP will be able to penetrate his armor. And there's a second destroyer in front of me as well, so I will have to pay attention to torpedoes coming from that side as well. And see, torpedoes incoming. Right now it seems like it's a shame that I'm in a light cruiser, because I would have avoided them in probably almost any ship. But this Minakaze is my next target. Please don't struggle too much. Finishing them off early is important, as their torpedo reload rate is so low that, is so fast that I might shoot some torpedoes again. See, torpedoes incoming again.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
Luckily I expected that, so I turned a little, and now it's time to try to run from the Mayogi. I guess I do have to face the Aoba in a moment, but I think there should be another destroyer in that direction. Luckily, a Mayogi is pretty weak in terms of battleships. That is, their firepower isn't as powerful, since they only have 6 guns. And that Mutsuki presented herself as a very good target, but she is at 6 kilometers, so I need to... Actually, never mind. My friendly destroyer is on the other side, so he's gonna spot the Mutsuki. Also, torpedoes at the Aoba, since I do have them, might as well.
Torpedoes astern.
I'm surprised the Aoba isn't firing at me, but good shots on the Mutsuki, and this should hopefully finish her.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
It seems that some of the torpedoes will hit the Aoba. I don't think I can penetrate the armor, so I will keep firing HE. And it seems that the Aoba isn't very good at tracking me with her guns. Thank God, because AP from that Aoba would kill me very quickly. But the Aoba died thanks to a friendly, I imagine it was the battleship. So now it's time to run and avoid the Mayogi shells. So I will try to keep my profile narrow, or well, the sides that I show when he has guns available. I mean, it's It's an Omaha, it has like 5 guns regardless of how you're pointing your ship, so you can do all kinds of crazy dodging moves, which is excellent. It is incredibly frustrating if you're the battleship though. And Omaha is incredibly maneuverable as well. The name of the game is HE spam here, to try to set my Yogi on fire as much as possible, since my HE shells probably won't be doing much damage. Because the main superstructures seem to be already damaged from HE. I mean, they are black. That means damaging them with HE might be a bit difficult. Ooh, Confederate in an Omaha. That's actually... I don't think I have many Confederates in the Omaha. Also that Mayogi is gonna hit the island. Or alternatively, he will just stop before it. Well, he's on fire and I can't imagine him surviving for too long. I mean, there is an Atlanta shooting at him. Atlantas against like tier 4 battleships is completely cheating. You can't do anything. And a high caliber, now that one is actually surprising. I was not expecting to get a high caliber in an Omaha, at least in a match with tier 7s around. So now there are 7 minutes left, so it's time to try to push. But it seems that that might actually be unnecessary to cap this match, because the Hatsuharu is visible for us. And our carrier is keeping him spotted nicely, which is surprising. Many carriers at these tiers do not do that. So, well done, Tsuiho. You have exceeded my expectations. And both of them are in the capping circle anyway, so we're gonna be heading that way. Rebalanced that mountain so hard. I hope you feel sorry, mountain, for what you did. We actually have a surprising amount of players left. And sadly the Hatsuharu is on the limit of my range. So I'll just head straight for them, since I can fire 5 guns straight ahead. And it seems the battleship was dealt with in the cap circle, so it's all about this Hatsuharu now. Can't believe those didn't hit actually. I mean, that Hatsuharu clearly is a decent player, since he does have 3 kills. Which is actually pretty surprising. I thought the Hatsuharu was pretty poor. That is, the ship is pretty poor. So getting 3 kills in it is well done. Smoke was used, huh? That means we can't actually detect them. If I was the Hatsuharu, I would be pretty annoyed. I mean, you're in a poor ship for your tier, actually for your entire class, and you get 3 times as many kills as the rest of your team combined. But it seems this match is ending in a moment, since the Hatsuharu has very little HP left. This guy definitely knows what he was doing though. And one of the destroyers finished him off, I think. 4200 experience, yay! And high caliber and Confederate in a tier 5, that is in a tier 7 game. $2,800 score. That's really good in an Omaha in a match like this. I'm actually surprised they don't have many Clevelands. And I did a fair amount of damage. This is like 95k damage in a tier 5. So yeah. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe and thanks for watching.